Hey everybody, this is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I'm out here enjoying this Saturday. Got my walk in earlier, been creating, but I just had to sell this because I see it everywhere and it keeps going. It's like an urban myth that won't die. Some people are like, well, the rich have loopholes and the Asians and the Indians and all these people come in our communities and start businesses because they get tax-free loans. They get interest-free loans. It's completely free. And I want you to stop spreading this. It's so ridiculous. I have friends who, and I'll tell you, one from our family and one from a friend. He's Vietnamese, came here for a student visa to work, and he really didn't want to do that. So there's a law in the immigration where if you are coming here to America and you have a business that makes $250,000 a year and you have about 5 employees, it's a different level visa. So a lot of reason people go and start businesses and hire all their family and get it up and running. Okay, so what he did, he went to the poorest, most roughest part of the whole freaking city in Charlotte. And it's not this terrible, but he went to the roughest part and he took a $15,000 credit card and opened up a little shiny shop and hired some guy from down the street who was a felon to kind of be security, kind of sit around, make sure everybody's coming in and out and going on about their business. Now people say, well, you know, so what, he uses credit card, but he's got all these incentives. No, listen, every person who starts a business on a piece of paper, not a sole provider, but an LLC, a C Corp, has access to 475 opportunities out there called deductions, incentives, and whatever, tax breaks, however you want to frame it. So what you must remember is this is equal to everyone who starts a business. This is not just people who are Asian or just people who are Indian or just people who are this. It's for everyone if you start a business, okay? And this is the difference in taxes and opportunities it makes for other people. Now, I'll tell you what our family did. Had a business, we hired a young lady who was on welfare receiving benefits, different types of benefits, a guy in college, and an Indian guy who was on probation parole. And guess what? We got incentives and breaks from the state of North Carolina for him being Native American, trying to fix low Native American employment rates, the woman being on welfare to work benefits, and this college student for hiring college students. So there's all these incentives depending on your state and depending on the tax where you're looking, where you're teaching people to work, you're giving them skills. And let's be really honest, they only worked on Saturdays or my really busy days when I couldn't be in the store. If you go to any Asian place that sells hair, does whatever, and they have that one girl or guy working in the front of the store, they're getting tax breaks depending on that level of that person, whether they're a student, whether they're on welfare, whatever, they're getting tax breaks. So, you know, we got about 10,000 back off hiring people that barely came for certain Saturdays. Do you know what I'm saying? How much that changes your taxes you had to pay, the insurance, you know, all the different things that could affect. $10,000 is a big deal. So imagine being a really big company and having 200 employees and you only hire employees with certain issues, right? So that's what people are doing. And to sit here and say, well, they've got all this free money and free opportunity, and that's just not true. They just go where rent is cheap. And guess what? In some of the most ghetto, rough neighborhoods, rent is $400. It's a rough neighborhood, but it's $400. But a lot of people want to have a shiny business in a shiny location that's really nice. And they don't want to deal with that type of clientele. And that's okay. You don't have to. You really don't have to. But at the end of the day, money is money. And it spends. And if you want to go out and have a business, let's say you just like, look, dude, I've got a $20,000 credit card and I want to have a business. And depending on where you're at, you could go get up that same little shop and get you some items off Craigslist, get you some racks, get you some freezer coolers. Listen, Pepsi and Coca-Cola will actually provide you the coolers. Listen to me here. Pepsi and Coca-Cola will provide you the coolers as long as you're putting your products inside of them. That's all there is to it. And so a lot of times when people are sitting here giving you all this, oh, it's free. Man, I had neighbors who, their business, they went to Sam's Club and bought a ton of stuff and put it in their refrigerator. Now they still put Pepsi products in there, but not as much. They made sure they went to Sam's and filled it up as much as they could. So you have to figure out what's the excuse you keep telling yourself and others over and over. It's just not true. So this is Urban Myth Saturday, busting urban myths. Hey, opportunities available for everybody. This is Erica, Classy Climb blog. You guys have a great day.